iPhone, as we know, has a new charging feature that's called clean energy charging. And really, before we get to why the Republicans are up in arms, let's talk about this new technology. So it has environmental and economic benefits. Primarily of using renewable energy. And we know that includes generating energy that produces no greenhouse gas emissions from fossil fuels and reduces some types of air pollution, diversifying energy supply and reducing dependence on imported fuels, creating economic development and jobs in manufacturing, installation, and more. These are benefits of renewable energy. But despite really the scientific data on how clean energy is beneficial to us, some Republicans have a different opinion. And they're crying that this is woke culture and also demanding users turn off this feature that's available on iPhones. Yeah, that's right. So from this tweet from Chief Nerd explaining that an iPhone user can receive a carbon emission forecast from the local energy grid when enabling clean energy, charging on their iPhone and connecting it to a charger. It then uses the forecast to charge the phone during cleaner energy production periods, which apparently is unacceptable, according to the right. Yeah, this one here, this tweet from John Rich of the country music duo Big and Rich. Well, he took to Twitter to air out his grievances about the new feature. He tweeted, had to update my phone and guess what I found? Go to settings, battery health, charging, clean energy mode. Clean energy mode decides how to allow your phone to charge based on your carbon footprint. Turn it off. This ain't China yet. Past the word angry cursing emoji. And then of course, Marjorie Taylor Greene had to join the unabashed ignorance. She tweeted this: I turned off clean energy charging to increase my carbon footprint. I believe in feeding trees. I don't think she knows how carbon footprint works, but it seems to be very upsetting for a lot of these Republicans. And of course, they told their followers really how to disable this feature on the iPhone. Do you think that this level of just disdain is warranted, Cenk?
Okay, so this is a very amusing story because the Republicans are like, no, let's try to actively destroy the planet. Not just like passively, not because, it's collateral damage because I wanted X, Y, or Z in my life to be a little bit more convenient. No, let's go and try to make it happen. Okay. So, wow. Okay, look guys, to understand the context. 99% of the world's scientists say that climate change is real. Temperature has been increasing for 40 years, and at least, and that it's man-made. And that if it keeps going, it is going to destroy a lot of life on this planet. And in fact, it's already doing that. They've predicted things like extreme weather events that would be more frequent and more extreme. And then all of a sudden, 1,000-year storms and 500-year storms started popping up all over the place, happening every other year, right? And so Marjorie Taylor Greene says, do not believe 99% of the world's scientists. Presumably what? They're lying about the temperature readings. Scientists from India and America and China and Brazil and Romania and all these different countries, they all got together in a cabal. And they're like, hey, can you change the thermometer in your country? I'll change the thermometer in my country. And we'll all pretend that we're doing science, but our secret plan is to actually just slightly annoy conservatives. Right? So now what this function does on the iPhone is, hey, since we're kind of burning the planet up, can we just burn it up at a little slower pace if you want to, okay? So, and by the way, it has a slight downside. The recharging your phone takes a little longer, just a tiny bit longer, right? And by the way, if you want to say, hey, you know what? I don't care about the planet. And that's for my kids and my grandkids, and I really don't like them that much. Let them deal with it, okay? I don't want my iPhone, I need my iPhone recharged in 13 minutes and not in 14. So screw the planet. Okay, I don't agree with you. I guess I'm not going to fight you over it. That's your choice. They're asking you if you want to do this, right? But people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and that other idiot are going around going, oh, no way, man. Turn it off, okay? I don't care about the time. I just want to make sure the planet burns. Burn, baby, burn. It's idiocracy. It just is. They're actively rooting for all of our demise. So, welcome to America, where we debate lunatics. All right, bet.
Yeah, how dare the woke mob give me the option to do something that marginally helps everybody else in the world? How dare they? And like, it's just, really this just stems from Republicans' need to turn everything into a moral panic. And like one of the like silly ironies about this is that stuff like this like war against renewable energy or anything that's energy saving, is actually one of the big reasons why, like, fundamentally, like the era of the United States leading the global economy is over. It's basically over at this point because the United States has dominated the global economy through controlling energy resources. And now it is completely shifting where China is the #1 producer of renewable energies. And because they have found the galaxy brain strategy of not invading other countries as a means to achieve global trade partnerships around the world. It turns out that a lot of countries are like, yeah, maybe we get renewable energies from China and depend a little bit less on oil and develop these like long-term relationships. And then the United States is like, whoa, but what about us? Don't you want to do a trade deal with us? I mean, they literally the IMF, or not the IMF, like the World Bank is like struggling to like have this whole conversation of like, hey, how do we get more loans from like the United States into like these other countries, and are just very honest about the fact that like China is outcompeting us by having more favorable terms. And so all of that is just sort of silly because these Republicans say they want the United States to be #1, but are actively undermining the United States position in the global economy. And then the second bit to this really is just like, could you imagine like if we found out about asbestos today? Like, could you just imagine the reaction from Republicans today? Like, we just literally wouldn't be able to ban asbestos like we did like 20 years ago if we found all of that stuff out today, because they would just be in such a panic about it.
No,
yeah,
actually,
absolutely.
Sorry, Adrian. Ben, that's such a great point. Never thought about that before. If asbestos, the harm of asbestos came out now, corporations would fund Republican politicians to pretend that it wasn't happening. They would try to manufacture doubt, and they'd be like, cancer's not that big a deal anyway, right? And then a lot of the voters would unwittingly be like, oh yeah, man, I love cancer, man. I'm going to get cancer right now. I'll tell them the libs that way, right? And their politicians would immediately do it. Marjorie Taylor Greene would be the first one to go, wearing an asbestos fur coat now to the State of the Union. You see how, I got you. It's like blood's running down our nose. All right, Adrian.
That's very much the site, without a doubt, and I completely agree with you. These conservatives really seem to be freaking out over the littlest things, even if they advance our society and hope to be a little bit more climate friendly.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.